As always, is attorney Bryan Waldman from the Sinus Stramus Law Firm. Now, earlier this month, there was a bill introduced in the Michigan House to protect the identity of lottery winners, and a similar bill was introduced in the Senate back in January. So, Bryan, obviously, this proposed law is to protect, people from long-lost relatives and family and friends coming out of the woodwork to, ask for money. But I would also think that, it's to prevent maybe the winner from being the target of a crime.
Yeah, very, very real concern to protect people from crime, because there actually have been many instances where lottery winners have been the victims of crime. For example, there was an Illinois man who won the lottery, and a relative and her boyfriend were found guilty of killing him to get his winnings. Same thing happened in Florida. A man was befriended by a woman after he won the lottery, and she's now serving a life sentence for his death. And in relatively small winning for lotteries in Georgia, a man won a little over $400,000, and 6-7 people broke into his home shortly after he won and ended up killing him. So these concerns are very real.
Absolutely. Have other states passed laws to make lottery winners anonymous then?
Yeah. In almost all states, lottery winners are disclosed. It's part of the lottery process that the winners be disclosed, and their identities are not protected. There's a small number of states, I believe 6 states, that do protect the identity of lottery winners completely. And then there's a few states that have kind of a hybrid where there are certain conditions, and if those are met, then the person's identity is disclosed. For example, in Texas, if a person wins over $1 million, their identity is protected. And then in Michigan, the identity, if the person wins $10,000 or more, or if they have their winnings from a game that occurs only inside the boundaries of the state of Michigan. So for example, like a Powerball, where it's played in 44 states, that person's identity wouldn't be protected in Michigan under the existing law, but that would change.
Okay, so yeah, under the proposed legislation, then anyone, regardless, would remain anonymous.
Right, it would eliminate those 2 criteria, the 10,000 and the confines of the borders of Michigan, so there'd be absolute protections in Michigan.
Okay, and you mentioned that some states don't currently, protect the identity lender. There's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah, the argument against it is really that you want to have transparency, that it helps protect against corruption, and if people are actually able to confirm the identity of these winners, we know that the lottery entities are not just taking in the money, they're actually paying it out too. But these protections obviously can be catastrophic if people's identities are disclosed. And for that reason, some states are letting people set up trusts, and the trustees are disclosed. But really, it's a big safety issue.
Yeah, okay. Well, lots to consider, and we're glad, as always, that you're giving us the legal edge, Bryan.
Thanks, Siobhan.